We are live. Welcome to episode 42 of the High Slot Podcast, brought to you by our producer, Mass Music Radio. I'm here today, as always, with the boys, Bob Deuce.
How are we?
Snipsky.
Yes, sir.
And myself, Andrew Coco Curry. What's going on, boys? How we doing?
I'm doing fantastic. New Morgan Wallen dropped, so
Hell yeah.
had a couple pops last night. Popped in the AirPods, put on some golf highlights, listened to all the songs. Last night, 98 Braves are up there for my top two. In the Bible's pretty good too. Maybe we were listening to that one on the way here, but yeah, New Morgan, man. Got some new songs listening to the golf course this summer.
Hell yeah. Me, nothing much, just chilling. Very low key last weekend. Have been off the piss lately. So, tonight I think I'd spice it up a little bit and give you guys what they wanted, be a little electric. So, I had a few earlier, listened to some Morgan Wallen. So horny for it. Golf season coming up, like Bob said. It's going to be nasty.
Yeah, Morgan knew what he was doing.
Snipsky back on the piss. Watch out.
It's going to be a good one for you boys. Treat you.
Absolutely. Some hot takes come from Snipsky if he's back on the
Big
song
happy.
tonight.
Big happy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, dude, positive vibes all around. It's Friday. We're recording a little later in the week. We wanted to get the full trade deadline frenzy in, so we pushed the recording back a couple days, got that new Morgan out. He did it again, man. Morgan doesn't miss. I was ripping it on the ride home from work.
He's a menace.
Yeah, he's a menace to society. Gotta love him. And I'm just fired up. I'm ready to go. So why don't we just dive right into it? We have a huge episode today for all you beauties out there. We're going to start with a little hockey talk and do our best to recap the madness from the trade deadline frenzy. Then we'll recap some of the results from the round of 32 in the Mass High School Hockey State Tournament. And then finally, we'll finish with our weekly gambling corner. You boys ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Hell yes.
Horny.
All right, before we
That's
get
two
into
hornies already. Uh-oh.
We're not even 10 minutes in already. The horny meat is up to here.
we only got 3 more hornies left.
Yeah, the police is coming soon.
All right, this will be, unfortunately, our final granite grind of the year as the Quincy College hockey team season came to an end last weekend when the boys were upended by Anna Maria 7-2 in the semifinals of the NEIHC playoffs. Bob, what were your thoughts?
Great season. Honestly, everyone counted us out, especially after the first part of the season. We finished off 6-1-1 to end the year. Ended on a high note. Unfortunately, we ran into a buzzsaw. Anna Maria, they're a great team, man. That's why they were number one seed for a reason. It was tough. It was pretty tough because we were such a tight knit team going towards the end of the stretch there, and we have made a brotherhood. You know what I mean? Coco, you were there for the last skate that we had this past Wednesday. Everyone was out there having a good time. You know what I mean? Just ripping it around. We had gong in that, so it was a good little way to end it. But
it was a gong show, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a gong show. Yeah, technically, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great way to end the season, and just a surprising season too. No one really expected us to make the playoffs, and hopefully we can do it again next year. Maybe actually win it this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll touch on the playoff game first. We were just kind of behind the 8 ball on that game from the start. Not trying to make excuses, but 2 of our top goal scorers were battling some pretty bad sicknesses. We had one kid with pneumonia and the other kid who had a fever up over 100 degrees on game day. Both of them, being competitors like they are, gutted out and played through the game. But you knew they weren't 100%, but they're just competitors. They want to be out there with the boys. So yeah, we were just a little short-handed, and Anna Maria was just the better team that night. Hats off to them. I know Babson ended up winning the league again, back-to-back for them. But yeah, Anna Maria was a great opponent. And then just to touch on the year in general, I mean, to look at where we started and then where we finished is truly incredible. The team was barely put together late summer. We had a couple guys on the roster. We got the green light, but we didn't have a full team yet. We had Bob and Sima, couple of former veterans.
Yeah. I haven't played an actual hockey game in 7 years.
Yeah, Bob and Sim and some other guys, yeah, hadn't played competitive hockey in years besides like men's league. And then finally we started getting guys left and right, and we're like, damn, we're gonna do this. Put the whole thing together. Had a little rocky start in the first half of the season, kind of thought we were out of it, and then ended up being one of the hottest teams in the country in the second half of the year with that run we went on. Unfortunately, fell a little short, but yeah, overall first annual season for Quincy College hockey. Definitely going to be in the history books. Bob's going to be there as the first ever captain of the program. I'll be on the first ever coaching staff. And yeah, we made history, whether we won it or not. We're a part of history, and I'll always look back on that. And, when this program's flourishing 10, 15 years from now and they're winning natty ships, I'm going to be like, yep, I was the reason, I was part of the reason why this program even got off the ground and got running. So, yeah, it was awesome. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, build it brick by brick, baby. Brick
Yeah,
by brick.
maybe I'll be calling the national championship one day for them.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely plan on staying involved. Bob, whether he's going to be out there skating or I know he'll be behind the bench. If he's not, we'll all be involved in the team somehow. Snipsy's going to be on the broadcast every night. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to be a part of this, and definitely looking forward to the future for the Quincy College Granite. And Quincy is a college hockey town. It's official.
Yep, 100%.
Always should have been one, and it finally is.
Yeah, people I finally got to catch wind of us. I told everyone today, I was like, well, not today, the other day. I was like, guys, we really did something this year. Like, we cemented, like Coco said, like, it's a college hockey town now. Like, people know, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have people coming in next year. We're going to have tryouts and everything. Like, we got a couple commits from a couple high schools right now. So watch out for the Granite.
Yeah, I mean, those stands are going to be packed every Friday, Saturday night in a year or so once word finally gets around to everyone. And yeah, this is only the beginning, and that's what's scary. Going to the playoffs first year, this is only the beginning. Bob was right. Watch out for the Granite.
Roll Granite, roll.
Roll Granite, roll. Snipsky's famous call on the QATV broadcast.
I think that one earned me a full season after that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, they got to sign you full time next year.
Fucking Gary Thorne over here.
Scores. I can be louder.
Let's get into a little NHL recap. We got a lot to recap from the past week as the trade deadline madness has come and gone. We'll start with the Boston Bruins. So in the past week, the Bruins have acquired Garnett Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov from the Washington Capitals in exchange for Craig Smith, a 2023 first-round pick, 2025 second-round pick, and a 2024 third-round pick. The Bruins also landed forward Tyler Bertuzzi in exchange for a 2024 first-round pick and a 2025 fourth-round pick. And Don Sweeney wasn't done just yet. Uncle Donnie extended David Pastrnak 8 years, $90 million extension worth $11.25 million per year. Boys, what are your thoughts?
We finally got our Russian rat. We finally got him, baby.
Yes, sir.
And he's been producing. Dude, like that goal against the Flames was so nasty. That toe drag release he had in the slot was so filthy. And like Hathaway, he's just like another like Marchand. He's Marchand, like I call him the Walmart Marchand. Like he goes out there, does the same exact shit, but doesn't produce as much. Like he's not really got to put the puck in the net. You know what I mean? Just goes out there and just like buzzes around, like sets the tone. And Tyler Bertuzzi is just like he's like kind of like Marchand, but he actually can fight. He can actually back up what he says. You know what I mean? What he does, like on the ice when it comes to being an agitator. But I'm gonna say this right now. Don Sweeney is not 100% out of the woods. I get it.
Love it.
I get it. Like Pasta, like unreal signing. Obviously, he deserves everything that he got. Like he got paid. Like understand he deserves that. But there's a lot of guys that we got for rentals that are not going to be guaranteed. Guys that are going to be keeping, obviously. And I saw today on Felger and Maz that we're going to be over the cap next year for what we have.
Oh, we already are.
Yeah, no, but like it's getting even worse. So it's like like all these guys are gonna be walking away all these rentals. There's some guys like probably Foligno or whatever. Like we're gonna have to like try to move him. There's gonna be a lot of moving parts. Taylor Hall. What do you do with him? He's hurt. Like you know what I mean. He's not gonna be a great like if he's hurt still and he's damaged goods. How are you gonna like dish him or whatever? And what if like we don't even win the cup this year? You know what I mean? Like it's like we're doing all this for like fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like he's gambling like a lot with with shit. It's not even house money. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of like it's gonna be a hard rebuild. You know what I mean? That's just my take. Like I know everyone's like, oh yeah, Donnie Deals. You know what I mean? Everyone's calling Donnie Deals. You know what I mean? They're like Donnie the Don, all this shit. Like everyone's like wicked horny for him and shit like that. That's like we have 2 more hornies left now. But no, but the thing is, dude, like if you look at the facts, dude, like if you really look at things, you're like, all right, like yeah, this is sick. We're the best team in the league right now. But like we still have to win a cup. Like everyone's acting like we already won the fucking cup. You know what I mean? So that's just all I gotta say.
So the one player we got that I think is an absolute home run is Dmitry Orlov.
Absolutely.
When I look at like the first round pick, that's the first round pick you dealt. Like if you're doing 1-for-1, that's the deal. And I think you have to, if you're Don Sweeney, you roll out the red carpet for that guy after what he's done the last few games. And like he's a rental, but like he's also not one of those guys that you got that you were like, oh yeah, he'll stay. He's not one of those guys. He's kind of one of those mercenaries that it seems like they sold out for. He's like one of those Russian guys that no loyalty to them, like just go wherever the money is, you know? Like he's not like, oh, I want to play in Boston. He got interviewed the other day where like before he played or when he just got there and they were like, yeah, so you know how Boston media is. They're like, oh, so how excited are you to be here? Like expecting him to be like, oh, I want to be here, I want to stay. You know, he just goes, oh, I'm here for a good run, which means
he's not committed.
He's here for a ring.
Yeah, it means I'm here to help. But once it hits free agency, once Florida, like the Russians like to go to Florida, somewhere nice because they're over in Russia, they're over in Siberia, so they come over and they're like, no loyalty, whatever, and then they're like, oh, I want to go to somewhere nice that will give me a lot of money, like Florida, LA, some like decent market, maybe New York because like you got Panarin over there too. But yeah, if I'm Don Sweeney, I give him whatever I can, I think, to keep him because like if the comp on the roster is Grizzly. You know, like the reason why they got Orlov, I think, is because they got a minus. Like, well, this year Grizzly's been covered up a lot because he's paired with the best defenseman usually when he's out there every time. He's out there with Hampus. He's out there with McAvoy. Like the team's unbelievable this year. He's a plus 36. He's the best plus on the team.
Yeah, but Vinny, like his dad's a Zamboni.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Like, but the thing is, he's a minus 17 in the playoffs. Yeah. Like, that's when
with 0 points.
No, he has points.
Maybe 1.
No, he's got like 10. Maybe
no, I
10.
don't think he has 10. That's crazy.
No, well, I'm gonna say like I looked at it. I can pull it up again. But
I'll pull it up right now.
It's like 4 and 8. He has like 4 goals, 8 assists, but he's been out there for whatever, like way more goals than he's out there for, you know? And that's the signing they need to make. Like I can see the Garnet Hathaway, he's a Maine guy. He's from Maine, was a Bruins fan his whole life. Like we even tried him out like when he was getting drafted. I can see that being like, all right, he'll do whatever it takes. I think he wants to be here. Like you can do something like that, but like you need to get. But like I don't want to say, oh, we need Bertuzzi next year because you just don't know how he's gonna. Like we need to see him play first. Yeah, like that's where I'm like, all right, we got to see him play first. But like the Taylor Hall thing scares me a little bit because if it's a knee injury and he's kind of a dog, like he hasn't really proved himself in the playoffs yet. Like he's a good regular season guy. It's just if Bertuzzi gives us that extra boost to win the cup, I think it's kind of let's let Taylor Hall walk because he's on the other side of 30, isn't he? He's like 31, 32.
He's still in his prime, though.
With a knee injury.
It's all about just being healthy.
No, I get it. But, like, say if Bertuzzi has a hell of a March in April, goes in the playoffs, gives us a hell of a boost. He's young, dude. He's like 25, 26, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably my age.
And he's a left wing. Isn't Hall a left wing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, do you switch those guys out? That's, like, you know.
What do you think, Ogo?
Well, I can see the concerns with, what we gave up. We gave up a lot of picks. And I think just looking at it, like these guys are rentals. And I think that's just, that's the honest truth. Like, we're going for the cup. Like, we're all in. Like, fuck the picks, fuck the kids, fuck the future. Like, it's cup or bust this year. And I think that's why we went out. Like, and the only reason we were able to get Bertuzzi is because Hall went to the LTIR, which opened up some cap space. We only have $550K available right now in cap space with Hall on the LTIR. So I'm assuming he's done for the rest of the regular season, and we're pulling a Tampa Bay Lightning and, waiting for him to come back in the playoffs, and we're just going to have a stacked lineup in the playoffs. I think that's the reasoning behind these moves. Like, I don't think Orlov's going to come back next year. I don't know about Hathaway or Bertuzzi. He might not come back either, but it's like, we got to go for the cup. I think Sweeney saw like the Leafs making moves and the Rangers making moves, and he was like, you know what, hold my beer. Got on the phone, dialed up some numbers, and landed these guys. And I think they were huge additions, because I know we've been saying it. I've been saying it like, oh, there really wasn't many moves to make. Like, we have a solid team. We've been doing so well. But like, this is what's going to put us over the edge. Like, when I saw who we got, like Orlov, I didn't even know he was available. I didn't know Bertuzzi was available. The Red Wings all of a sudden just are like, we're tanking.
Yeah, they're selling. It's kind of nuts.
They dished Bertuzzi, they dished Roenick, and they dished Rana, and then they re-signed Larkin finally. So yeah, they're out on this year.
Yeah, they're building around Larkin now. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bruins are just like, fuck it, we're all in. And I think, I know we've had issues with Sweeney in the past, and he's still not my favorite guy, but I think Sweeney struck gold again at the deadline, and this is what he's been doing. Like, last year landed Lindholm, landed Coyle at the deadline a few years ago. He's always making these moves at the deadline, trying to, make us more competitive in the playoffs. And I think now it's just up to the team to be like, this is the team. Like, we got to get it done. The Bruins are an absolute fucking wagon. Like, this has to be their year. They're on a 9-game heater right now, and they just became the fastest team ever to reach 100 points. And they have a goal differential of plus 103. That's absurd.
And I heard the next team, I forget who the next team is, but they're at plus 50. Just
it's like
crazy.
50. Yeah, it's not even close.
Like, you're giving up a first-round pick, which is technically a second-round pick, but I think you have to make a move on trying to at least throw the bag or whatever at Orlov. Yeah, I think that's a guy.
I would love that.
And the thing is also, like, why is Grizz still on the roster?
Yeah, that's another head scratcher.
I know you're gaining guys, you're giving away picks to get guys, but it's too crowded over there. Like, I understand like you want to have like good depth, but like, there's no sacred cows like when it comes to like professional sports. Like, if you can't play, I don't care if you're from Charlestown, you can't play. It's a short walk home from the TD Garden. You know what I mean? Like, if you ask me, I get there's a chemistry in the locker room, but what's more important, the chemistry or trying to win a cup? Like, I understand like this, like Grizzlick is like probably cool with a bunch of the guys, but like, is he gonna help you come playoff time? Like, you have 100 points. You literally can sit a bunch of guys and you still make the playoffs at this point. Like,
I think they're going to do the right. I think it's only a matter of time, and they're going to do the right thing. Like, Cliffy Hockey's playing well.
I love Cliffy Hockey.
The other night. Yeah. And I don't think there's a spot for a guy like Grizzly. I think there's like 2 or 3 guys really bad.
He's taking up $4 or $5 million on the cap.
Yeah,
so
and like,
he's a one-way contract though. If we send him down, he's gonna go through waivers. I guarantee someone snags him, and then he's gone for nothing. That's the thing.
No, but like, I think you unload that contract in a trade. Like, that's where I wanted to see someone maybe go.
Oh, just health bomb.
Yeah, I just don't see that much in him when I see him play. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I can see
I agree.
He's out there with the best defenseman on our team.
Yeah, and
every time. He's never anchoring. Like, he's not the best defenseman out there ever. He's just the second guy out there, and he just like, that's just it's so like shaded. Like, he's just on the best team in the league, and he's a plus 36. But you put him on the Blue Jackets, and he's a -2. Yeah, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like,
it's minus.
yeah, exactly. No, but the thing is, dude, last night Bruins up like 6-0, like whatever. Guess who's out there for the one fucking goal? Grizzly. He gets walked. Like, he just shits his pants, and then they end up scoring.
Why don't you send Grizzly?
It's like, dude, that's literally Grizzly for you. Like, he fucks everything up.
Why don't you send Grizzly to Washington? Are you really afraid that he's gonna go off in Washington? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's weird.
Orlov
Yeah,
is literally Grizzly, but just way tougher and has a way better.
Yeah, like why are we holding on to this guy? We
he's just way better
we
Grizzly.
just replaced him.
He's the same.
And kept him.
He's the same type of defenseman, just like better, like just tougher, bigger, stronger, can shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Like
I bet they shopped him around. There was just probably no market for him.
Yeah, because he could be in the AHL probably.
And I think from now until the rest of the season's basically going to be like an open tryout for some of those guys on the back end. Because there's only so many spots only so many people you can dress for playoffs. Grizzlick's going to find himself in the rafters and come playoff time. There's no way he scratches the lineup. You got Dmitry Bobby Orlov, 4 games, 3 goals, 5 assists. I mean, he's going to be with McAvoy. That's your 1-2 punch. Then you got Lindholm back there. We put him with whoever. Put him with Carlo. Put him with Cliffy.
Yeah, that's the big question mark right now. Like they've been putting Orlov all over the place. They've been pairing him with guys on his offside. He's been on his offside more than he has been on his left side. You know what I mean?
yeah, his first game was with Forbert. They actually looked good.
Yeah,
together.
he was a minus that game, but it's his first game.
Good, though.
No, yeah, I know, but it's his first game. You gotta kind of just take that with a grain of salt. But then the next game, it wasn't Calgary. It was who they play, and didn't he score a goal? But he played the left side, and he was dirty. He played nasty. He was a +2. But a guy like that, it's just you gotta find a home for him. Either with McAvoy, which I think Grizzly was with McAvoy for a while, and they were nasty, not nasty, but obviously played well together. And then I put him with Hampus. Screw it, either one. I think that you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to put the best lineup out there come playoff time because, it's cup or bust. I loved the additions of Hathaway and Bertuzzi because that just added some much-needed grit to our lineup. We got the skill, we got the finesse, now we got the grit, the guys who can go out, punch you in the mouth, start those fights. So I think those were sneaky, big-time additions to the team.
I heard.
Hathaway's kind of been behaving himself lately, but once he gets, really gets going and he's going to show his inner Bruin. Same with Bert. I think he's going to make an impact right away. I mean, just look at the guy. He's got 2 chiclets in his top row, and he's got the Letty. He just looks like a hockey guy.
Honestly, this is my take on Orlov. If he showers it just once during this playoff run, we're going to lose the cup. We need to make sure he does not shower.
They don't shower. Come on.
Yeah, there's no way. That's the one thing I'm worried about. If Orlov showers, there's no cup parade at Boston. That's a fact.
Yeah. Listen to us, Orlov. Please, just don't shower, dude.
Also,
don't wash the jock. You can't.
Also, I heard Bertuzzi. I was listening to Jim Montgomery on the radio today, and he's going to be playing on the wing with Coyle to start. Also.
Yeah,
on the
I'm
left.
excited to see him in action. And this Bruins team's a well-oiled machine. It's absolutely cup or bust. The future's gone. The future's gone. It's cup or now, and they got to get it done. They got to go.
I completely agree, but there's a lot of Boston fans that I've been hearing that are no, it's not cup or bust. Oh, it's all right.
People think that we're gonna have this team for another 10 years. There's people that actually literally think that, and they're delusional. Dude, if we lose the Stanley Cup this year, we don't win. We're literally going to have a bunch of debt and a rebuild and a huge rebuild with nothing to show for it. So we better fucking win.
Plus, Krejci's going back to play with those goat farmers next year, too, I heard. Not lying.
Nice to get a lot of these guys another ring. Bergie, Marshy. Bergie might just walk out into the sunset if they win this year.
Yeah, 100%.
I hear that's a lot what a lot of people don't want us to win the Cup because they don't want Bergie going out.
Honestly, I'm fine with it. I'm fine if we stink for the next 10 years.
I think if we do win, Bergie comes back for another. It makes Bergie come back for another year, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Come back for an encore, and then that's it.
Yeah, so let's go, boys. Bruins, we want the cup.
Should have got off the pot.
Sweeney listened. He got us the Russian. It's only a matter of time. Teams who have won the Stanley Cup the past 7 years have all had a Russian player.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Absolutely.
Don listens to this episode. He goes over the Orlov. He's like, hey, high slot Bob said not to shower. So you better not fuck. I swear to God. If you don't smell like a fucking dumpster after every game, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah, I hope he relays the message.
They shut off the
can't
showers at Warrior Ice Arena. Like no one can take a shower.
Someone just keeps stealing his towel.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Where's my towel? I got a shower. They're like, no, you
Air
can't.
dry.
Just put your clothes back on.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't do showers in Russia.
No, yeah, no, they just hand him like a thing of cologne. It's like Axe body spray cologne.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, buddy.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's talk about some of the other moves around the league. There's been a lot.
Oh boy.
I hate saying this next one, and it's Patrick Kane is now a New York Ranger. The Rangers landed Patrick Kane in a 3-team deal with the Blackhawks and Arizona Coyotes. The Blackhawks received a 2023 second-round pick, 2025 fourth-round pick, defenseman Andy Walensky, and Ville Saryavari. The Coyotes ended up getting a 2025 third-round pick as part of the deal. What's our thoughts on Kaner to the Big Apple?
Honestly, I think it's kind of sick. I think he looks unbelievable
looks
in a Rangers jersey. Like
He
looks
does look natural in that.
he looks even better than
Rangers
than he did on the
look
with the Blackhawks jersey. Like
Yeah,
low key,
it-
he looks like he belongs there. But I see a lot of people like hating on the Rangers, man. Like whatever. Like I know Chessie's not having a great year, but
What is that subliminal to Coco right
yeah,
there?
dude. I know Coco's one of them, but so I don't know. Like there's a lot of people saying they're gonna be a first round exit or something like that. I think this is a team that made a run last year to the Eastern Conference Finals with like half the team they have now. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I think they're gonna make a playoff run, man. Like I don't think they're gonna necessarily win the conference or like whatever, but I think they're gonna make some noise. What do you think, Vinny?
Yeah, so Rangers got Kane for a bag of pucks and a washer and a dryer. Honestly, like he had all the leverage anyway. He was like, "Oh yeah, like I have a no trade clause, so you have to trade. Like I want to go to the Rangers, and that's it, pretty much." So the Blackhawks they had to do it, but like it's so sad. Like an organization like Chicago, that's like a huge market, and they just don't care at all. It all started with Panera and got rid of Panera. You know what I mean? All they do is sell it. Unbelievable. But yeah, Kane looks slick. Like he looks slick in that Rangers get up, and it's kind of a shot at Buffalo too. He's from Buffalo, and he's just like, yeah, nah. I mean, I get it. Like the Rangers are kind of like way better, but also like he's always probably been a Rangers fan. You know, if you really think about it. Yeah, they look good on paper. It's going to be interesting to see how they do the rest of this March because every team's schedule stacked in March, so we'll really get a good look at them. I'm happy for Kane. I've always been a Kaner fan, and it's just going to be interesting. Like they look good on paper, you know. Like it's always the teams that look good on paper that underachieve. But Shesterkin has to pick up his game. I'm with you, Coco, on that.
Oh
now.
Jesus, we got another one.
I think he might be a little bit overrated. A little bit. He had the backup in Gorgiev last year, and I think that helped, like covered up some.
Took some pressure off.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have to play as much. I'm sure. You know, like, and then he's got a bad backup in who? Halak.
Halak,
Oh
yeah.
God, sounds like a cut. Like he loses more than he wins. You know, and he's not going to play a lot if that happens.
I got a couple Joe Publics on the podcast.
So someone had to say it, but there's a lot of taxis in New York City, so Patrick Kane better be a little careful. You know, you hate to see him get into a little altercation with a cab driver.
Or get in the wrong taxi and get kidnapped and can't make it to the game.
But no, in all seriousness, the Blackhawks got fleeced.
Yeah, they got some.
The Blackhawks got so fleeced, dude. I think they're just accepting that they're tanking for Bedard, and that's the only hope that they have is just try to get Bedard and rebuild that team from the ground up. But yeah, Snipsky, you said it. Like Kaner had all the leverage. He's like, trade me to the Rangers. I don't care what they're offering. I don't care if they're offering you coupons at McDonald's. But you're trading me to the Rangers or I'm walking next year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they had no choice.
Oh, was he on the last year too?
Yeah. So
Yeah, makes sense.
They got what they got for him. But I personally owe Patrick Kane an apology because 2 episodes ago I said that Patrick Kane was washed up, and I think he took extreme offense to that because immediately after I labeled him as washed up, he went on a tear, scoring 7 goals and 3 assists in 4 games.
Jesus.
To add to that, Coco, like I think the Tarasenko trade made him pissed because
he was jealous.
Yeah, he
He's
was
like, "Dude,
pissed.
My boys are over there."
And
I'm out in
then
bum
that
buckets
happened, and then he probably heard High Slot Coco, and then he was like, "Fuck the Rangers," and then he was like, "I'm gonna go on a tear and make them trade for me."
And it make you swallow your words.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Patty. I'll be a man. I'll own up. I was wrong. He's not washed up. He's in fact still got it. But I do want to. I want to give out a horse cock lock here. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've given one.
Always
out.
love a good horse cock lock.
So my horse cock lock for this season is that the New York Rangers will not win the Stanley Cup. They have no chance.
Oh, I agree with that. I thought you were going to say
They're not winning shit.
Yo,
I thought you were going to say not making it out of the first round. I was like, geez.
I'll give them first round, maybe second round. We'll take them out.
But their first round, Coco, right now, if it was to end today, I saw a graphic. It would be the Devils.
Oh, Devils, yeah.
Yeah, so
they'd beat the Devils.
I mean, the Devils have been good all year. I feel like that's not an easy series.
No,
though.
yeah, no, it would go like 6 or 7. I think they'd win.
Yeah, I think it'd be a tough series. I'm not gonna shoo away the Devils.
I don't think the Devils are as good as everyone.
Yeah,
thinks
but Vanacek's been
they're
pretty
good, but they're not gonna I don't think they're gonna make noise in the playoffs.
I mean, I
don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's not gonna be an easy series. I don't think.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna be easy either.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way. I don't like the matchup for the Rangers really because I think the Rangers are like that good on look good on paper, and that's always not a good thing.
Well, I was saying to Bob last night, I'm watching the Rangers game. I'm like, Bob, this Rangers power play is Adam Fox, Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin, and Patty Kane. Like, that's absurd. Tarasenko's on the second peeper, but they went 0 for 5 on the power play last night. So,
well, I mean, it's the first game. They'll figure it out.
You got to build some chemistry. And then Sens beat them 5-3. Rangers blew the lead. Sens had a huge third period and beat them. I just don't think the Rangers have it in them. They're like a shiny toy. Like, it looks, all cool and everything, and then it just like falls apart after like a week or so. So that's my horse cock lock. The New York Rangers are not going to win the Stanley Cup. I don't care what the Rangers fans say in the rest of the league. Igor Shesterkin's holding them back.
It's harder to get power plays in the playoffs, I think, too. It's not like that. Yeah, you're not gonna. They let you play more, and it's harder to get power plays. And I think those teams that are in playoff have very good penalty kills because, you got to have a good kill to get in the playoffs. I'm sure you can't be just no slouch.
You're not playing the Ducks.
Exactly.
You're not going against their penalty kill. And you said they're gonna have a tough first round matchup against the Devils. Which should we talk about the Devils because the New Jersey Devils won the Timo Meier sweepstakes.
Yeah.
New Jersey acquired the star winger from the San Jose Sharks in exchange for rookie winger Fabian Zutterland, forward Andreas Janssen, and a first-round pick in 2023 and 2024, and also a 2024 seventh-round pick, and they threw in a couple prospects as well. So the return for Meier was pretty big for the Sharks, but what do we think about the Devils, boys? Are the Devils a wagon now? I
mean, dude, there's so many teams in the East that you can consider a wagon, dude. Like, the East is so fucking stacked.
The East is loaded.
So,
it's loaded.
In my opinion, I think that don't get me wrong, the Devils are a wagon. They're a good team, good hockey club right now. But dude, out of all the teams in the East, I think they're middle of the pack. I wouldn't even put them up as a top team because Bruins, Rangers, Canes. I think all those three teams alone obviously outbeat them.
No particular order though.
Yeah,
right?
no particular.
Because the Canes are way better than the Rangers.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I'm not ranking them, but I'm just saying, obviously, if we ranked them, it would be Bruins, Canes, and then Rangers, and then whoever's behind them. But
Devils, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they're not a top 3. That's what I'm trying to get at, Vinny. I'm saying they're not a top 3 East team, but they're still a wagon, dude. Even the Lightning, they're still
yeah. I was gonna say
that's another team you can't count out because obviously they've made it to 2 straight Stanley Cup Finals and they're kind of the same team that they had last year, minus a couple guys on their GM that they let go. But yeah, I mean, Timo Meier, great player, great goal scorer, never played in a playoff series. I mean, yeah. What am I talking about? Was he on the team that almost won the Stanley Cup with? Yeah, he had to have been.
San Jose team?
Yeah, they lost.
What year was that?
That was like 2016.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
He played. He was a rookie, so he got called up mid-year.
Okay, all right. So he does. He has experience.
Yeah, I actually pulled up his stats right when we started talking about him. So I have 2016, 2017. Was that the year?
Yeah, they lost in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, he didn't play though at all. He had he played. He played 34 games, only at 6 points. So his and he had a +1. So he definitely was like a fourth liner or like a black ace.
Yeah, because he is a premier goal scorer though. Like he's an all-star guy. Like
yeah, dude.
I mean, he's gonna bring a lot to the table, but at the same time, like the Devils are still kind of a young team and stuff like that. We'll see if they gel and put it together. You know what I mean?
So I'm big on the Devils. I like the Devils a lot. I think they can get by New York. First round, I would take Devils over the Rangers first round. They're just really young. That is what scares me a little bit. Not many guys have too much postseason experience on that team. So, I don't think they have, what it takes to, get to the Cup. But you never know. The Rangers last year came out of nowhere and went to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Devils could be, that same type of team. And this is why I really like the Devils. So the Devils have the best road record in the league, 22-4-3. In the playoffs, you got to win games on the road. And if that regular season away record carries over into the playoffs, that's going to be huge for the Devils in these 7-game series in the playoffs. Devils are also already a top 5 goals per game team, and they just added, a pretty premier goal scorer, Timo Meier, and they're top 5 in goals allowed. They are really solid defensively. Vanacek's pretty good. Yeah, he's not too experienced either, but he's been having a solid year, and that decor is really good. So I know Timo hasn't made his debut yet. I think he's making it tonight. I'm really excited to see what the Devils going to look like once he.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's a hell of a trade though. He's 400 games in the show. He's got
talk about a guy in his prime.
Yeah, lock him up. And he's played really. He's been on a San Jose Sharks team that's never been good. We talked
chomping at the bit, dude, to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think that's a hungry New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, to piggyback off what you said, the experience, the inexperience. They do have Tomas Tatar, who is very experienced when it comes to playoffs too. To have a vet. Yeah, I'm not a big. He was on the bees, I'm not a big. No, I know he has experience. I'm not a big Dougie Hamilton. Yeah, I think he's soft. He's a bag of milk. But yeah, I do want to see what a guy like Jack Hughes can do in the playoffs. Also, is he Nico Hischier
Dawson there?
Yeah, I love Dawson Mercer. Right when he came out, I was a fan of him. He's saucy.
Jesper Bratt too.
Yeah, dude. They got and they have Boquist. Oh no, they got rid of him, right? They traded him to San Jose. I want to say
Boquist is
Zotterlund. They dished Zotterlund.
Oh, okay. So they have that guy Boquist too, who's a good center.
Lindy Ruff's a good coach too.
What'd you say?
Siegenthaler.
Yeah. He's a young guy too, isn't he? Yeah, he's a young. That's the thing. It's the question mark is always very enticing when it comes to the playoffs because you never know what you're gonna get from them. And the Rangers are I'm beating a dead horse right here. It's they look great on paper, an all-star team, and then it's just I don't know if that works out all the time. You spend a lot of money, it doesn't always mean what's going to happen. But I think Pasternak's a better winger, and he's underpaid than he makes less money than Panarin does.
He took a hometown deal.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, he still made a lot, a hometown deal, I think would have been 9 or 10. He definitely he made out a little bit.
He could have got 13.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been Bruins got rinsed. But Panarin's not as good as, definitely not as good as Pasternak, but he gets paid more. You know what I mean? I don't know. Overpaid guys, I feel don't really work out as much.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, I know Patty Kane's a little older or whatever, but dude, I mean, the Rangers getting on Tarasenko and Kaner, two guys that they have 4 cups combined. I think that's a pretty good pickup for the deadline, and I think
that's true.
That's one thing that people are overlooking. These guys have experience. They're acting like these guys are just like, oh, it's an all-star team. It's like, yeah, but they bring experience to the room as well. Like, dude, do you know how they're probably buzzing in that locker room. I know they lost like last night, but like, dude, like they still got time like to bond and shit like that. What, they got like a month and a half, like a month left in the season, dude.
Yeah.
But dude, by the time they start like figuring everything out, the power play, like the PK, like everything, dude. Like maybe Shesty wakes up in the fucking playoffs. Maybe like shit have got off the pot. Like fucking, you know, like dude, like the Rangers.
Could, yeah.
They're, like, don't count out the Rangers, man. Like, I've seen so much shit on the internet where I'm like, guys, like, don't count them out yet. Like, I agree, Coco. I don't think they're gonna win the Stanley Cup, but like, they're gonna make a run.
If I'm a Rangers fan right now, I'm like wicked horny that the Kaner and Panarin are back together because I'd be pumped. That's another thing. That's one thing I'd be banking on if I'm a Rangers fan. I'd be like, watch them in like 2016 when they both were on the Blackhawks
yeah,
together.
They were nasty.
Disgusting. And then then they traded away Panarin because he was going to be too much money. Like, it's like, you have the money. Like, why are you breaking these guys up? Like, they've been rebuilding for like 10 years. No, 10 years. They won the cup, like, obviously less than 10 years ago. But also, it's like 5-6 years ago. You're just going to like trade away your best. He wasn't even a first round pick. He was like a third, fourth round pick. Panarin was. He just came out of the blue and just ripped it up. And like, you're just going to get rid of that? It's like, makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, those are the major trades around the league. I'll rattle off some of the other ones because there's been a lot over the past couple of days. Tampa Bay Lightning acquired hard-nosed winger Tanner Jeannot from the Nashville Predators for defenseman Cal Foote and some picks. Jacob Chikrin was shipped to the Ottawa Senators. Snipsky's boy Luke Shen ended up on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Mattias Ekholm was dealt to the Edmonton Oilers. And then the Kings traded Johnny Quick to the Blue Jackets, who then flipped him over to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Disrespect.
Any of those trades you boys want to touch on before we move on?
Yeah, I was actually kind of disappointed that Chikrin just got dealt to the like after all like the whole sweepstakes of him, he just gets dealt to a team that's not even in the fucking playoffs. You know what I mean? I thought he was gonna go to a playoff team, dude. Like that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, they've been trying to ship Jacob Chikrin for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they finally dish him to the Sens for, a first-round pick, second-round pick, and then a 2026 second-round pick. So they didn't even get that big of a return on.
Dude, that was like...
Why didn't the Bruins give them?
Well...
Dude, that was like marketing like a huge like box office movie, and it was just a fucking stinker.
Well,
I mean, it was like same exact... Like,
it's all about who... I think... This is what I think. It's all about who you're dealing with. So Arizona was dealing with the Bruins, and they saw what the Bruins had, and they're like, "We want this, that, and this," and like they were because the Bruins are kind of loaded, so they're like, "All right, well, we want this guy." They want a haul because we have it. So then they were upping the price, and then when nobody would deal with them, last resort, let's go. All right, the Bruins made their deal. Whoever else was interested said, "Screw off." We made a deal, and then they have to take what they get. Like Bruins said, "Screw off," so they have to deal with the teams they have to deal with. The Sens are like, "All right, the Sens had the best offer. Now we fucked ourselves, so now we got to deal with this." Because we gave up the same thing for Orlov and Garnet Hathaway, like pretty much. Like we gave up a first. It's just Craig Smith we gave up. They just didn't want Craig Smith, which is like, hey, all right, like DeBrus, this, that, and the other. You guys aren't going to compete either way. Why would we give you guys that? You know, like that. I feel like that's what the Bruins are saying. Like, you want that? Like, you guys aren't going anywhere. Why would we give you that? You know what I mean? Like, kind of thinking. And then they kind of screwed themselves, and they pretty much they did Chikrin a disservice, pretty much. Like, Sens are good, like a good on paper team. Like they went and got Gaudreau and Giroux. I'm sorry. Huh?
They could potentially sneak in the playoffs. They've been kind of buzzing lately.
Yeah, but it's not like likely. But
I mean, they got a tough path, but there's a path.
Yeah, that's what like the granite. There's a path. There's a path.
Like Chikrin also doesn't have any playoff experience, anything. Like, why would you give up like your whole like farm or whatever for him? Like, that's why I kind of like.
They didn't even give up that much for him.
Yeah,
they
no,
didn't.
well,
No.
I'm talking about what the bees, what they were asking for the
Oh,
bees.
yeah, no,
Like,
I know.
what has Chikrin done other than like he's a +8 on that horrible Arizona team.
Yeah, no, he's a great defenseman.
Like he's nasty, but like, what is he like? Is he gonna like show up in the playoffs or not? That's like the biggest question mark.
Well, so the thing is, like, if the Senators don't even make the playoffs this year, which they probably don't, next year, dude, like the Senators might be like will be like be a playoff team maybe because like obviously you got Chikrin and like you have Giroux, like the Kachuk, like there's a lot of great players on that team. They're just young. They're just figuring out how to play in the National League. So it's like I don't know, like maybe that was a good move. Maybe like the fucking Senators are gonna be good next year. You know, like they're just building. But like again, like I want to see Chikrin to go somewhere like kind of cool. I want him to like go somewhere where like he was gonna play in the playoffs. He's like I want to see if he's a pressure player or not. You know what I mean? Because like I've been a big Chikrin guy ever since. Like,
I would have loved to see him in Boston, but they just asked for DeBrusque and another guy that was pretty good and a bunch of picks. It's like, no, get the hell out of
I
here.
mean, we got Orlov, so we got our Russian.
Yeah, no, we got our Russian with a cup and a lot of hockey experience. I'd take that over him. And like this, and the Senators are like in our division too. It's like you're doing them no favors at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. They just hyped up that Chikrin trade, and then he ends up going to Ottawa. It's like, all right,
Dude, they're 13 points
Sweet.
behind the Lightning for the third spot.
yeah. Another trade I thought it was interesting is that I was shocked that the Kings got rid of Johnny Quick. I mean, he's brought them multiple Stanley Cups, and just to dish him to Columbus for nothing, that is disrespectful. And then I love that the Blue Jackets flipped him to the Knights because I think as of right now, the Knights would play the Kings first round, and I would love to see the Knights just like sweep LA like 4-0.
Well, the Knights needed a goalie.
Shutouts.
Yeah,
That's a perfect pickup for them. I think Quick's gonna go like demon mode here and just lock in and be like, all right, fuck the
4
Kings.
cups
After all these years, that's how you get.
Because the goaltending this year for the Knights has been up and down, and they've had a shit ton of injuries. So it does make sense that they got him. But like, dude, you know what's fucking crazy? I saw like right when he said this, he goes, Dustin Brown gets a fucking statue, and then Johnny Quick just gets shipped off to Columbus. Are you shitting me, dude? I saw that. Like, yeah, I was dying, dude. And then I woke up like the next morning. It was like, oh, Johnny Quick to the Knights. I'm like, oh, all right, that makes sense.
So I pulled up the wild card here, and it would be Vegas versus Edmonton, I think, because they're the first wild card. No, actually, I'm sorry.
It would be Kings.
No, well. Are they no, well, Vegas is first in the Pacific. So I think they get the second wild card because they don't have as many.
They play Winnie.
Yeah,
they play Winnie.
Yeah, they play
Dallas
Winnipeg.
Dallas is top team.
Yeah, so Dallas would get Edmonton and Vegas would get Winnipeg, and it'd be the Kings Kraken first round. So
Kings Kraken
it would be
a
second round matchup, I believe.
I think that would be the best series. Kings Kraken would be a nasty series.
I think I'm on the Knights now. I think I'm a Knights guy that they grabbed Johnny Quick. I've always loved Johnny Quick.
Redemption tour.
Johnny Swift.
Clearly isn't the goaltender it used to be, but hey, you never know. Goalies can get hot.
Dude, he's at the end of the road. He's gonna throw it all out there, you know?
Dude, peak Johnny Swift was nuts. Like those like the 2012-2014 season when he just won those Stanley Cups was like one of the great, other than Tim Thomas, one of the greatest goalie performances I've ever seen.
UMass.
Yeah.
Yeah, UMass, baby. We got to root for the local boys.
Yo, so the like on the street over from us, Jordan Virtue.
Yeah.
He was the captain at UMass Amherst with Johnny Quick. That's his goalie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You lived the street over from me and Bob. Huh?
Tell him to give him a call for us.
Yeah, right. Yo, and I saw like pictures on Facebook, and he was at like Johnny Quick's crib, like with the cup and stuff. I was like, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's sick. That's honestly unreal.
That'd be sick, just having like a boy who just like goes to the show, ends up winning a cup, and then you're just like, yeah, bring that thing over here, dude. Let me hang out with the cup for the day.
Yeah, and then you hoist it, and everyone just boos you.
Dude, that dude definitely had multiple run-ins with the cup. That Virtue guy. Because he won it 3 times. Quick.
He's won twice.
No, twice?
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry.
2012,
twice,
2014.
Oh, okay. I thought they had 3. I'm sorry.
No.
He's going for his 3rd.
They won 2 in 3 years. It was nuts.
Oh, I remember. I was on the Kings the first time they won.
Kings were a dynasty.
Dude, they're A seed both times too. which was crazy.
Yeah, nuts. All right, why don't we move on here, get into a little mass high school hockey. So the MIAA High School Hockey State Tournament has kicked off this week, and we've already had some overtime thrillers, huge upsets, and plenty of other action across the state. Why don't we dive into some of the results from the round of 32? We'll start off with Division I. My boys from Arlington, number 6 Arlington, took their best shot from number 27 Westford Academy in its round of 32 game. Arlington down 3-2 with goalie Jake Davies pulled for a 6th guy. The Spy Ponders tied up the game, and then in the first shift of OT, just 21 seconds into OT, senior Jake Russell's second goal of the night gives Arlington a hard-fought 4-3 win to move on to the round of 16. Ryan Nelkin's second goal and another by J.J. Finaro less than a minute later gave the Ghosts a 3-2 second period lead before the Spy Ponders rallied late in the third. Arlington will now play Braintree in the round of 16 on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. at Ed Burns Arena. These two teams actually met twice during the regular season, each winning 3-2. So a little rubber match in the round of 16, Arlington versus Braintree. I'm a little nervous for my boys from Arlington.
A couple awesome mascots going at it though. Spy Ponders and Ghosts.
Yeah,
unreal.
The Ghosts versus the Spy Ponders.
Yeah, right.
And now you got the Womps versus the Spy Ponders.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, the Womps played Waymo. It was nuts.
Yeah, 1-0 win.
Yeah,
it was a tight one.
I saw the highlight. The goal was kind of sick too. It was like a backdoor tap in, like a little deflection. It was. They played at the Zap though. That rink stinks.
Randolph.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
That rink stinks.
But what was I gonna say? A bunch of mythical creatures going at it.
Love that matchup. Good color matchup too. I don't know if you've seen Arlington's jerseys. They're maroon and they have like the Alabama.
Yeah,
in front.
yeah. I saw the highlight of the kid scoring the OT winner. It was sick. He just came in flying and just buried it.
Another game in D1 action was number 3 Hingham versus number 30 King Philip. 3 seed Hingham cruised to an 8-1 win over King Philip. Aiden Brazel and Joe Henney each had a pair of goals, while Michael Garrity, Charlie Pickard, Travis Rugg, and Mason Lemieux each had a goal. Grady Benchuli had the lone goal for the Warriors. Hingham Harbormen will face Reading next Sunday, 5 p.m. at the Canton Ice House.
There's probably like a million Joe Hennessy's in the world.
That's just hilarious because we had a
I know.
Number 1, St. John's Prep asserted its control early and ended up with an 11-0 win over number 33 Lexington.
What's
Jake
Lexington
Vanna,
a D1 team? Jesus.
They had to be.
All done. Demoted.
Jake Vanna and Matthew Kirby, who had his first varsity goal, each scored twice, while Cole Blazer and Johnny Tig each had 3 assists. The Eagles will now face Archbishop Williams in its round of 16 matchup.
Wait, Jacob Rana? I thought he played for the Caps. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Cole Blazer is a nasty name.
Nasty Cole.
That's
Blazer.
Unbelievable, dude.
Johnny Tig too.
Yeah.
Johnny Tig.
St. John's Prep knows how to recruit. They're you have to be good at hockey and you have to have a nasty name.
I mean, number 1 in the state for D1, and they just have kids with sick names.
Yeah.
I picked them if I knew that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they should have named the kid Blunt Blazer. That would have been nasty.
Jesus. What kind of parent would do that?
All right,
You'd be surprised.
So if Vinny's about to be a father, DSS is going to come scoop in real quick.
Let's talk about the biggest upset from the past week, where number 25 Arlington Catholic went up 3-0 and held on for a 3-2 win over number 8 BC High. Nico Tashian, Thomas Driscoll, and Tyler Beals each had a goal for the Cougars. BC High finishes their season 10-10-1. Arlington Catholic awaits the winner of Thursday's St. John, Shrewsbury, and Winchester game next. A little disappointing season from BC High, 10-10 regular season, first round exit.
How the fuck? How the fuck were they number 8?
I was high on them. Remember at the beginning of the year.
Schedule, I guess. But yeah,
being number 8 seed, 10-10 is nuts.
I was high on them.
They must have had a good strength of schedule or something.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a couple more games. Number 5, Marshfield got a goal from Cam McGettrick and a shutout from goaltender Brady Quackenbush to get past stubborn number 28.
God bless you.
1-0. The Rockets end their season 11-8-2. How about that name? Brady Quackenbush, their goalie. 1-0 shutty for him, too.
Dude, what's up with these names, dude? I don't think we've ever, like, when we played high school hockey, everyone just had normal names. Everyone had, like, Smith. Like, you know what I mean?
Smith. Johnson.
Shea. Like, everyone, there was a bunch of Shays. Like,
Quackenbush. I don't know.
Last game from D1 is number 2 CM versus number 31 Milton. Tyler Hamilton had 2 goals, and Michael Birch, Anthony Pelletieri, and Nick D'Olimpio each had 1 as number 2 Catholic Memorial dispatched number 31 Milton 5-1. CM will now host St. Mary's on Sunday, 12:30 p.m. at Warrior Arena.
oh, they're playing Warrior?
That's my team. Nasty.
On the CM bandwagon.
Nasty.
Down Milton, St. Mary's up next.
Didn't we all take CM?
Oh no, I took Arlington.
No, you took Arlington. I'm on me and Bob on CM. And go back to Quackenbush. He had a shutout. His last name can be whatever the fuck he wants. We're getting a shutout. Sorry.
It should be Wackenbush, not Quackenbush.
All done.
Yes, CM rolled in their first round matchup. The boys are looking good.
Pause.
Vinny loved that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Vinny's gonna be Wackenbush after all these Bud Lights, dude.
Yo, chill. Don't tell him what I'm doing after that. Unbelievable.
Your CM Knights boys are looking pretty good. 5-1 win over Milton. They look strong. Arlington gave me a scare there in the first round, but I love it. They're battle tested now. Already played an overtime game. They got the jitters out. They're ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I said to Bob earlier
Team of
today.
Destiny.
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I have Arlington, right? And he goes, yeah. Yo, they do have swag though. Those Alabama jerseys, they might be getting cease and desist from that Alabama club team soon.
Yeah, Nick Saban's pissed.
But I love to see CM waxing Milton for these North Quincy boys over here. You know what I'm saying?
Who farted?
If that's what you want to call that.
No, that's what it was. That's literally what it was.
Oh no, I was gonna say something else. It starts with a Q, but
No.
Who Quackenbush?
Yeah.
Oh god, I like that.
Let's move on to D2, where we had number 1 Tewksbury surviving a tough matchup against number 32 Lowell Catholic, winning just 2-1, needing a Ryan Flynn goal with under a minute left in regulation to offset a 48 save performance by Lowell Catholic goaltender Vinny D'Urso. Connor Kremen also scored for Tewksbury. The Redmen will face Norwood in their round of 16 matchup on Sunday. So yeah, number 1 Tewksbury almost getting upset by number 32.
Well, Tewksbury's they're a hard hat lunch pail team though, from what I've seen. Like all their highlights that I've seen, like they have a great goaltender. It seems 48 save performance, 2-1 win.
Was Lowell Catholic's goalie 48.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he kept them in it.
Never mind. No, but what I've seen, like Tewksbury has like the highlights I've seen, they're like hard hat lunch pail. Like all their goals that they scored at one highlight I saw, like, and it was like they played like one of the top teams in the state for D2, and they were like all their goals were just in front of the net, just like gritty, just like beating the shit out of someone, putting the puck in the net. So
I don't know. There's something fishy with this.
Team, Snipsky?
What? I got Canton.
Yeah, I got Canton too.
Yeah, no, there's something fishy with this.
Oh no, I got Silver Lake. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I got the Lake show.
Yeah, chill out.
The Lake show.
Hey, I got Canton, and there's something fishy about too. I don't know. I like Duxbury, Canton. I think they meet either one of those teams. I think they're toast.
Yeah, let's talk about Duxbury. Number 2, Duxbury advanced to the next round with an 11-0 win over Dartmouth.
Jesus.
Aiden Harrington had a big night, 3 goals, 2 assists, as did Liam Bonner, 2 goals, 2 assists.
Oh boy, point night.
Will Adela, Connor O'Connell, Mike Eusis, Cormac Weiler, Riley Murray, and Hank Bellinaire also scored for the Dragons, who face Boston Latin in the next round Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Bog. Let's talk about Snipsky, our boys. Canton, the Bulldogs, had a solid 3-0 win over Medford after a scoreless first period. Travis Thomas, Jeff Chappett, and Brian Middleton all scored for the Bulldogs. They'll face Wilmington Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. at the Canton Ice House. And Bob's team, the Silver Lake, Lakers.
How are we?
Silver Lake avenged their last loss of the regular season to Mansfield, beating them 6-1 in the round of 32. Brandon Kavicki and Pat Murphy led the way with 2 goals apiece. Mason Connor Donahue also scored, and Aiden Dunphy added 4 assists. Silver Lake will face Gloucester in the round of 16 on Saturday at Habermock Arena.
The Habermock Arena.
How you feeling about the Lake Show, Bob? 6-1, little pump show over Mansfield?
Hey, I'm not saying it's a high slot bump, but I'm just saying.
I think every team got a high slot bump because everybody won that we picked.
No high slot jinx this year.
Yeah.
Everyone at least made it past the round of 32.
They're making us look like we know what we're talking about.
Oh, and also, I want to shout out the D2 boys real quick. Like every single team in the D2 that we picked. Shout out everyone for supporting the boys. We got a bunch of follows and a bunch of downloads.
Hell yeah.
All
Yeah,
from
D2s.
Canton, Kingston, Watertown, wherever. Like you guys are like appreciate you guys supporting the pod. Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah, you guys are nasty. Let's go.
Yeah, the D2 teams are loving the high slot. We love to see it.
Yeah, we played in D2. We know what it's about.
Absolutely.
I think and we're not out here just picking number 1 seeds. Like we're picking some dark horses.
Yeah.
Canton and
Like I
Silver
took
Lake.
a 5 seed. Like
4. We took a 4 and 5 seed for this for D2. I think don't quote me on this. I think if both Canton and Silver Lake get past the round of 16, they'll face each other.
we gotta go.
Oh, that's a
We gotta go. Let's go.
high slot,
both of them
boots
to
on
win
the
first.
ground.
We need both of them to win first.
I need to buy Silver Lake merch, dude.
I got some green, some Canton.
You should just
green.
hit up China, like some Chinese like website, and be like, "Can you guys make this for me?"
No, I'm gonna DM one of the Silver Lake kids. Be like, yo, you got a jersey I can wear?
Yeah, they'll hook
Oh
you
yeah,
up.
you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, like what color you guys wearing? I'll wear the opposite jersey. Like,
Hey, Canton boys, hit me up. Coco, you got Canton too?
Yeah, hell
Yeah. Hit
Love
us
the
up.
Bulldogs.
We'll be there. We want some merch, something.
Yeah, if those teams face off, we'll 100% be there. That would be electric.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's move on to D3, where we had number 12 Drake at Tingsboro versus number 21 North Quincy, the boys' alma mater. So
Yep.
down 1-0 entering the third. Number 12 Drake at Tingsboro scored 3 third-period goals en route to a 3-1 win over number 21 North Quincy. After a scoreless first period, North Quincy took the lead when Shea Winters scored on a power play goal. Just 18 seconds into the third, though, the Middies tied the score on a goal from Jacob McDougall. And then at 10:51 of the third, Colin Underwood put Drake at Tingsboro in the lead. Tommy Workman added the empty net goal with 46 seconds left. Drake at Tingsboro will now face number 5 Watertown on Saturday. So, yeah, tough to see Drake at Tingsboro take down the Red Raiders.
PTSD.
Coach Gibba, no state tourney win for him this year. I thought the boys were going to pull it off.
It's a hell of a game,
Damn,
though.
Drake it. Yeah, it was a good game.
yo, fucking Shea Winters, we coached that kid, didn't we?
Yeah, we coached him on U16.
Yeah, Winters,
Good
yeah.
kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. Works his tail
He's
off.
kind of a smooth skater. He can skate.
Yeah, he had a good fall. It looks like it transferred over into the high school season, scoring a goal in the state tourney. I think he's only a sophomore, junior too.
Yeah.
Future's bright.
Nothing like scoring a goal in the state tourney, dude.
Yeah, but it's all
I
right.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, you would.
It's all right, and it's okay, North
Dustbag.
Quincy, because North Quincy's gonna be okay because Watertown, they're gonna avenge North Quincy. Drake at Tingsboro ain't beating 2 Raiders in the tournament. My Watertown boys are gonna shit pump Drake at Tingsboro next round.
Let's go.
Get some. I'm gonna have to call them up. Be like, you boys need to take out Drake at Tingsboro. Get some. revenge
Yo,
for
honestly,
the Red Raiders.
to North Quincy's like credit, they did play Drake it in Tingsboro. So
That's like you can't be playing
so
two
like
towns.
yeah, so they played 2 teams pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'll just let that be.
I'll send a letter to the MIA.
Yeah,
I'll let them
so-
know. We can't be playing 2 towns in a tournament, dude. That's,
yeah, I mean,
it's
if you
unfair.
need 2
That's
teams,
unfair.
if you need 2 teams to beat North, it's just like it kind of just shows like
yeah, it shows.
yeah, it shows a lot of like mischaracterization.
Yeah.
in the MIA.
Whoever runs the MIA should be ashamed.
All right, let's move on from the Red Raiders. Let's move on from the Red Raiders to the Raiders. Number 5 Watertown took on Southeast Regional in their first round matchup. It took 2 overtimes, but number 5 Watertown prevailed over Southeast Regional 3-2 in the round of 32. tournament game on Wednesday. Jack Dickey scored the game-winning goal with an assist from Aiden Campbell. Dickey scored 2 of the Raiders' goals while Campbell added the other. The Raiders outshot Southeastern Regional 61-25.
Jesus Christ.
That's more shots than Calgary got on Linus.
Yeah.
8 more shots, they would have been golden, dude.
So, yeah, right.
Nice.
So the Raiders survived, and they'll face Drake at Tingsboro in the round of 16. So Watertown, my pick. 2 of my picks now have barely gotten by the first round, but hey, win's a win.
So far I'm coasting through. Both my teams have won big so far. Oh, and there's another one coming up.
Highlight a couple more Division III games. Top-seeded Scituate open play in the tournament with a 7-0 win over Bishop Stang. Tigran Pratt scored 2 goals and added an assist for his 100th career point.
Sheesh.
Shout out to him. Thomas McMillan earned the shutout for the Sailors. James Sullivan notched a goal and an assist. Johnny Donahue, Nate Sanella, Dan Brown, and Sean Patrick McEugan also scored for the Sailors. Yeah, so Bob, your Sailors looking pretty good with that first round win.
I mean, I didn't want to pick them, but I'm just making the sharp bet here. Just doing the sharp picks, you know. So far, it's been like all my picks have been pumps. Like they've just been pumping so far. So hopefully they'll keep on rolling here.
Lastly, for Division III, we have second-seeded Linfield opened up its postseason with a 5-0 victory against Foxborough on Wednesday. Jack Carpenter, Drew Damiani, Nick Lucic, and Ryan Hooper scored goals for the Pioneers. Linfield hosts Methuen on Saturday at noon. All right, our final division here, Division 4. Let's talk about some Division 4 action. Number 30, Belchertown almost pulled off a massive upset over number 3, Winthrop, who rallied from a 2-0 deficit to post a 3-2 win in double overtime. Mike Holgerson was the hero for the Vikings. Jack Mandeville and Ryan Fernandez had scathed the Orioles to a 2-0 first period lead before Winthrop came back to win. Number 2, Sandwich is moving on to the next round with a 7-1 win over St. Bernard's. Junior Chris Cardillo led the attack with 3 goals, 2 assists. Colin McIver scored a pair. Harry Delman and Brandon what's this kid's name?
Wojciechowski.
Wojciechowski. Yeah. Braden Wojciechowski also scored. The Blue Knights draw Dover, Sherborne, Weston in their next round. We had a little battle of a couple Cape Towns where Dennis Yarmouth beat Bourne 2-1 in OT in thrilling fashion after trailing the entire game. Senior Aiden Powers scored the game winner in extra time for the Dolphins, who will face Ashland in the next round. Aiden O'Reilly ended up tying up the game for DY in the third period. Dom Benito scored the lone goal for Bourne. And lastly, we got number 1, Norwell versus Gardner. It was a tight one through 2 periods for top seed Norwell, but the Clippers prevailed in the end, beating number 32 Gardner 7-3. Nolan Petroselli and Quinn Simmons each had a pair of goals. Timmy Ward, Kevin Leary, and Garrett Fisher all added 1 apiece. The Clippers will face Norton on Saturday night in the round of 16.
Scary one for the boys.
Yeah, this is what we did last year, though. We had a close one, first round, too. We were like number 1, number 2 seed, played a 30 seed. And then actually second round, we went to OT. So, Noel just likes to make things interesting. That's all.
Yeah, when you sent the chat, the text to the chat 3-3 going the third, I was like sitting on my couch. I was like, oh boy,
sweating.
And then like you didn't send a text again, and I was like, honestly, I think they won because like you would have been like, yo, Noel, like you know what I mean. Yeah. You would have said something, but
that would have been tough.
Yeah, I would have like I was like, oh, 3-3, but love it. Prevailing, becoming the better team at the end. Love it, boys.
Yeah, we're pulling for the Clippers big time.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Except Bob. The Normal boys are not happy with you, Bob, by the way.
Hey, I'm looking out for myself here, you know?
Are you,
They
though?
were not happy. You lit a fire under their ass, I think.
Oh, I mean, make me swallow my words, boys.
Well, maybe if we did if Bob mushed them too, maybe it would have been, you never know.
Bob took one for the team.
Maybe.
I'm not trying to be Joe Public. Sorry, guys.
Maybe we're doing it for the best. For the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a biased pick for me.
Yeah. I'm like the father figure. I'm like, hey, like you'll know, like I'm making the right decision for you. You just won't know it until you get older. You just don't know it now. You don't think it's a good decision. You hate me for it, but you won't be hating for me down the road. That's all I got to say, Noel.
So there you have it. There's our action from the first round of the Massachusetts High School Hockey State Tournament. All of our picks survived the round of 32. I think that's pretty impressive. We're all still alive in all divisions, 1 through 4. We'll see if we can make it through the round of 16. We'll keep you updated next week. All right, let's move on to our final segment, our weekly gambling corner. To recap last week's records, Bob once again led the pack 4-1 this week. He's now 8-3 in the past 2 weeks.
Is that good?
I finally bounced back with a winning week. I had a couple losing weeks in a row, but I went 3-2. I'll take it. And then Snipsky salvaged the week at 2-1, breaking even. So the current Evander Kane standings, I remain in first, 48, 41-1, hitting 54%. Bob has snuck his way into second at 41-45, hitting at 46%. But Snipsky's really just a game out at 39-46, also at 46%.
Yeah, that one push really helped me.
The push was big. Yeah, the push was big. That made a big difference because it kept.
I know
the same as Bob.
It's crazy how much we've been picking in one push. Unbelievable.
I know. Yeah.
I'm surprised. Well, it was a 6. It wasn't a 6.5. It was a 6. So I got lucky on that one.
All right, so we're recording a little later in this week, so we're only going to do 2 days worth of picks. We'll still have 5 picks. We're going to start with Saturday, March 4th. We're going triple header. Triple header.
Oh, boy,
Saturday.
let's go.
So I know what I'm going to be doing Saturday, cracking a couple of cold ones, sitting back and sweating out these games. We'll start with the early one where we got the New York Rangers at the Boston Bruins on ABC.
Don't make me horny.
Oh, jeez.
We're just talking about this.
I've been worried about this one, honestly. I don't know.
Rags, bees. What are we thinking here, boys? Snipsky, why don't we start with you? Oof. Actually, I'll start.
Yeah. If you got it, you got one.
I'm going Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins.
It's all the shit I've talked about the Rags. I got to bet.
I think this is the first Bruins game we picked all year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there haven't been many.
I think this might be the first one. But let me.
I'm on the bees. This one's easy for me.
Bruins minus 170. So I mean, yeah,
ooh, that's a little juicy.
Yeah, I think they're giving Rags a little bit more juice than they should. I think, especially it's at home. Give me Bruins money line because I don't think they're going to hit the puck line on this. I think Rangers need a statement game, and I think they're going to come out and come for it. It's not going to be a puck line game. It's going to be Rangers plus what? You could do the Rangers reverse, I think.
Yeah, they're plus 143 right now. But so
yeah, I got bees. Snipsky's got bees. Bob.
I mean, this is like asking me to pick between my two children. I can't just pick one. So I'm just gonna go over here because I think there's gonna be a lot of goals because the Bruins just go nuts at home, like with goals and
especially a matinee too. Yeah, they don't lose matinee games.
Yeah, and the over's 5.5, dude. Over's 5.5. I'll fucking take that.
Yeah, that is a good over.
That's a low over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And it's Jesse and Linus, the big penis Allmark. So
let's go.
I know
Jesse's letting in 5.
Linus dodged the whole penis nickname. We would have if he sucked, we'd been calling him penis all year.
No, 100%. I told Vinny if Allmark sucked, he was gonna be Linus the penis. I know,
penis.
Yeah, but now it's Linus the big penis Allmark just because he's fucking.
Plus another thing, Bruins have puck line the Rangers twice this year. So
I love it. B's got that number. They've won 9 in a row, keeping it rolling.
And 17 wins in a row is the all-time record, I think.
Coming for it. Let's move on to our second game on Saturday. We got the Colorado Avalanche at the Dallas Stars. This game's also
it's a pick 'em.
Dally?
Let's go. Love it. Bob, why don't we start with you? What do you like here? Avs, Stars.
Give me Dally.
I'm gonna tail Bob because Dallas has won the last 2, and I think Dallas is a better team.
Yeah, there's not much for me to really analyze. I just think Dally's got a better team, like what Vinny said.
Plus the over under 6.
Yeah,
throwing that out there.
Dally at home. Give them to me. I'm hopping on the wagon with the boys. I'm taking Dallas.
Jesus
too.
Christ. Better hope they win.
Let's go.
It's a
baby.
pick 'em too, so it's going to be a tough
it is a
little
pick 'em.
fucking.
Tight one. I love Dallas.
Both teams are like pretty good. Like
It's Gorgiev and Ottinger projected.
so, Avalanche are
Give me
good
the
on the
over.
road. Stars are good at home. So it's gonna be like something's got to
This game's
give.
a coin.
Oh,
flip.
yo, and it's Max Domi's first game with the Stars.
Ooh.
Let's
Anytime
go.
Goal scorer, hammer it.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Hopefully, we get Ottinger in net. He
Yeah,
should
no, it
be.
is. It's projected Ottinger.
He's in.
It's Gorgiev, Ottinger.
Dude, the Avalanche have like 5 goalies on their comparison sheet. Talk about a goalie.
They're all hurt.
Huh?
Because they're all hurt.
Oh, really? Is Francois hurt or is it Gorgiev?
Yeah, I think he's day to day.
Yo, Joe Public's all over the Avs.
Ooh,
74%
love that.
public bet on the
Let's
Avs.
go.
Is that like a sharp pick?
Might be.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is that sharp? I don't know.
Are we sharps?
Something like
Moving the line. Watch, the line's gonna move to Dallas's favor after we just all picked.
No,
it.
I-
Dallas is minus like 500 now. It's
yeah,
like, what
all the
fuck?
Dallas. Everybody just heard the pod and they're like, "Oh, all the Dallas people are like, all right, let's go hammer."
Yeah, the sports book's like, oh shit, the high slot boys consensus on the Stars. We gotta boost this line.
Right, right.
All right, our last game of our Saturday triple header. We got a couple Canadian teams up north battling it out. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Vancouver Canucks. This game will be on NHL Network.
Oh, you
I'll
had
kick
me
us
for
off
a
here.
second. I thought it was going to be the Oilers and Jets.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Is that Saturday too? That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same night.
Yeah, I try to go with the ones on national TV so that people can tune in. Like,
I get it. I
all
get it.
of
I
them.
just was like, right when you said 2 Canadian teams, I picked on that one.
Yeah.
And then you said okay.
That's probably a better game, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going Toronto, Vancouver. I'll start here because I got a good feeling about a pick here. I like the over. I like the over in this one a lot. Canucks just don't really play any defense, and they can score. Toronto's picky defensively. I think there's goals galore in this one. Give me the over.
I think I'm gonna ride that with you, honestly.
Over.
Murray's out.
Well, he's projected to start though. He's supposed to be back
It
March
said
4th.
he's injured reserve, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take the over too. Well, the last game went under, but I'm gonna take the over.
Yeah, that do for an over.
Yeah,
Give me the over.
yeah, I like
It's
that.
like, it's all right, boys. We don't
Because
need
the
to play
Nucks have been kind of finicky. Like they either show up or they don't.
Yeah, it's
So.
hit or miss with them. Toronto's probably a pretty heavy favorite. I'd have to imagine.
Minus 220, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I like the over. Bob, what about you?
I'm going to go with the safe pick here. I'm just going to take the Leafs because the Canucks stink.
Leafs.
That was my alternative, but I was like, the Leafs kind of fucking, they don't.
I just
they
don't-
play
I don't-
down, dude. I swear.
I just don't like how it's like such a juicy line, but I'm just going to make the smart pick here because I need to get make some space between me and Snipsky over here in the standing. So
All right, let's move on to Sunday. We got a little double dipper on Sunday. We're going to start with the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Carolina Hurricanes. This game will be on TNT.
Oof.
Bob, why don't you start us off here? Lightning Canes.
I don't.
tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. So let's see what we got over here with the.
I'm gonna make my pick because I got to run to the John. I'm gonna take Hurricanes plus, no, minus 1.5.
Oh,
Give it to
that's
me.
Ballsy. And money line or just puck line?
What?
Money line too or just
No,
puck
just
line?
puck. I'll do both. Give me both.
Oh, let's go.
Damn,
Double
that's
dipper for
ballsy as
Snipsky.
shit.
Yeah.
Vinny's off on the piss for sure, dude. He's fucking from the parking
That
lot.
could be big for Snipsky in the standings, though. Double winner.
Yeah. So the Lightning have lost 3 games in a row, and they're going into Buffalo, and I think they're going to beat Buffalo, and then they're going to have some confidence against the Canes. I'm going to go Lightning here because the Lightning need to get off the schneid. They need to get piece some wins together. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Lightning.
This is a tough one. It's hard to go into Raleigh and snag a win against the Canes. But I think I'm going with the Lightning too.
It's a matinee game too.
They need to turn it around. They haven't been playing good hockey. They need to start to get hot. And Snipsky and I also have the same 3 picks on the first 3 games. I have to go against him. I might be screwed.
But the one thing though is that
Can I change my picks?
Yeah, right. It's fucking.
Can I change my picks to the Rags, the Avs, and the under?
Yeah, just absolutely fade what you just picked. Well, the thing is, it's supposed to be Elliott. It's supposed to be playing.
No.
But I doubt that. Like that. This is like. I doubt he's actually gonna play.
They have to go with Vasi.
To back up. I'm sorry, to back up my money line puck line. The Canes have been absolutely rolling, lately.
The Lightning are due though.
The Lightning haven't looked like the same team. They're barely 500 on the road, and if the Elliott's in net, they have no shot.
I doubt they're gonna go with Elliott. That's not what they do.
Yeah, I don't like this pick at all. I'm gonna ride it out though. It's gross, but I'm gonna go with the Lightning. I'm not confident in it if we're being honest. All right, last game of the week. We got the Detroit Red Wings heading to Philly to take on the Flyers. This one will be on NHL Network. Why don't you kick us off? Who was it?
Kind of dumpster.
This game kind of stinks. Two teams that were sellers at the deadline.
Dude, they're both the Flyers are horrible at home, and the Wings suck on the road.
Yeah, this game's a stinker.
But I wish they gave me a line for this game, and I would probably take the under. I'm going to take the under.
Under.
Because if Ville Huso's
it's a gross game, gross pick. That's not a bad move.
Yeah. Flyers won the first game 2-1.
Jesus Christ.
Bob, what are you thinking here?
I'm gonna fade Vinny. I'm gonna go with the over.
No.
All right, disrespect. No, just kidding.
No, I'm just calling. I'm just calling it like I see
don't know.
it.
I don't know either. I have no idea. I'm just taking the under because they suck.
Yeah.
And they just got rid of fucking Bertuzzo. I'm sorry, Bertuzzi. So it's that's another goal scorer you got rid of.
Jesus, Vinny's on the piss heavy right now.
Jesus, he's on the piss. Yeah, the Red Wings were kind of playing some good hockey, and then at the deadline they're just let's get rid of everyone. And Larkin was pissed. He was crying.
Hronek too.
Larkin was crying after Bertuzzi got dished because he's like, "That's my boy."
First line's left wing.
Gone through the organization together. I think they were drafted same year or a year apart.
Yeah, I think they went through puberty together.
Yeah. They saw their first pair of tits at the same time too.
Discovered Pornhub together.
I think the Detroit Red Wings are the feeling in that locker room's got to be terrible. Our management just
gave up
on us.
The Yeiser plan.
Yeah, there's a Yeiser plan. He's looking at the future. He's a
hockey architect.
This year, but I'm going to build an absolute dynasty for the next 4 or 5 years. They're probably going to be gross within 5 years.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm going with the Flyers. Give me the Fly guys. A dismantled, just depressed Red Wings team going on the road in Philly. They're going to have no motivation.
Nothing to play for.
Yeah, and Torts is just gonna be screaming in people's faces, spitting on them.
Yeah,
back check.
Yeah, and then they lose, and he's just everybody stay, and he's again.
Yeah, dude, the Red Wings and the Flyers are pretty much two teams that are they're like dogs that just got neutered, and they're they want to be horny, but they can't be horny. And you know what I mean? It's just they're just barking at each other and shit like that.
Shooting blanks.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what they are. They just got snipped at the deadline. got spaded and neutered.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But trying to bite their owners because they're pissed.
Yeah.
All right, that was a lot, boys. Covered a lot today. But before we sign off though, Bob, you got our fun fact of the day?
Yeah, let me just pull it up. I gotta get rid of some
Yeah, get off a Pornhub.
Hold on a second.
Brazzers is free now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna have to write that down.
That's just what I've heard. That's just what I've heard.
I saw it on the Huffington Post. I didn't look at.
New York Times posted that.
Yeah,
I got an email I didn't sign up for.
I saw it on TikTok. I swear. All right, so this is my fun fact. William McKinley was shot right after giving away his good luck charm. Former president, if no one knows. President McKinley also always wore a red carnation for good luck, but sometimes gave it out as a memento. When greeting the crowd in 1901, he handed a 12-year-old girl, her name was Myrtle, his bloom off his lapel, saying, "I must give this flower to another little flower," which is kind of weird. Minutes after his speech, he was fatally shot by a man in the crowd right after he gave that stuff to the girl. Isn't that nuts? Like he just he has like a lucky charm, gives it away, like fucking moments later, just gets shot dead. Like that's crazy.
He would have got, if that was nowadays, he would have got canceled.
Yeah, like I mean, he's not sniffing someone's hair like Biden, but fucking giving a flower to a girl, like that's kind of weird. He just goes, "Oh, here's a flower for my like for a little flower." It's probably the girl's dad. He's like, "What the fuck?" He hit on my fucking little daughter and just probably shot him.
Or to throw something and like twist it up more, it's like, yeah, that's like he was hitting on her and he was like, "No, she's mine," and shoots him. But it's back in the 1900s. Shit probably happened like that back then.
Or
weird stuff.
Or another, like the other side of it, another spectrum. Maybe the guy was obsessed with the president. He wanted the carnation, and he was jealous of the girl. And then he didn't want to kill a girl. He just shot the president.
All done.
You know what I mean? It was some fucking, what's that guy in the Beatles that got shot? Fucking.
Oh, John Lennon.
Yeah, it was like a John Lennon situation.
It's like the dude at the end of Me, Myself, and Irene. He's putting on like the lipstick, crossing his name off the list.
Yeah, that was in Billy Madison
he
too.
calls and like thanks him. Yeah.
Billy Madison, when he's like, "Thank God I called that guy."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is that Billy Madison?
Yeah, Billy Madison.
Yeah, the lipstick.
Yeah, that's Steve Buscemi.
That's the lipstick.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh no, not thank you, Billy. And then he just hangs up and he's just like. Leans back, puts on the lipstick, and then crosses his name out.
It's like People to Kill.
Yeah, People to Kill. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I really bullied the shit out of you. Comedy.
Yeah, but that's crazy how the universe works, though.
Yeah, that is a little creepy move, like given that memento, like the comment, that's definitely a little creepy. But if you're not someone who believes in superstitions, like that should make you believe in it. Like he gives away his like lucky charm, and then he gets shot.
Yeah, it just dies like moments after.
I've always been a little superstitious, and the shit like that is exactly why I am.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, right. What he said, I'm not I'm not superstitious. I'm like, a little stitious.
Just a little stitious.
Michael Scott has many like quotable just sayings that from that show.
100 shots. 100, he does like the Gretzky thing.
Oh, he's like. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky, and then just dash Michael Scott.
Yeah, he just adds his name on it.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Legend.
Yeah, legend. Really.
All right, so I want to mention one other thing, too, now that we're speaking of like pop culture things. Yo, Dark Knight, Batman the Dark Knight came back on Netflix. Best movie of all time. If you don't think so, go shit in a hat. But, so I'm watching it, dude. Or whatever, like I love that movie. I'm a huge Batman fanatic. Dude, we got robbed of Heath Ledger too soon. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dude, he fucking kills the Joker role so well. Nasty. He scares the crap out of me every single time I watch the movie, and I love it, dude. Dude, imagine if he didn't pass away, dude, like all the movies we would have got from him. And like we probably would have got like maybe one more movie of him being the Joker.
Oh, no, more than that. It would have been a trilogy or something. It would have been like them fighting and him dying at the end, but not dying, and then coming back, and then them fighting again, and eventually they would like Batman would have killed him in the third one, and then they would have been like, that's all done. You know what I mean? They would have. I didn't even. You say he scared the shit out of you?
Yeah, he scared the fuck. I
loved him, dude.
Well, I loved it.
But like, it's not even that. I just was like, damn, that like, if I wanted to be a villain, I'd be the Joker. Like, I honestly, I didn't even think he was scary. I was just like, damn, he's kind of a fucking badass.
No,
like,
he's the man.
I love Batman. He's my favorite superhero ever. But then I was like, damn, like, Heath Ledger's kind of a beast. Like, I would love to be him, like, being the Joker. He was nasty. He was funny, too. It wasn't just that he was evil, man. He had, like, some one-liners in there. Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heath Ledger is definitely the GOAT Joker. Didn't that role, like, like supposedly kill him.
Yeah, and he
Like,
so
like the mental state he had to
he
go
couldn't
in,
sleep,
like,
so we had to take a
couldn't
he
breathe.
couldn't sleep because he was like being the Joker so
Yeah.
much. It was after, I think it was after the fact too.
No, yeah, so this is what happened. So I read up like, dude, I'm like a huge fanatic with this shit. Like fucking, like ever since the movie came out, I've been like obsessed with it. So I watched like 3 documentaries, read a bunch of articles on it. So I guess like Vinny said, like Heath Ledger, like it's called method acting. It's like Jim Carrey does it too, or whatever. Like,
Stay in the role,
the
all
whole time.
day,
Yeah, so like he'll be
yeah.
in makeup, like behind the scenes when like he's not even shooting, and he'll act like the Joker and shit. And then,
Crazy.
and I guess like he wasn't sleep after he was done filming like the movie or whatever he was done, he like couldn't sleep or whatever, like because he like drove himself insane because he was like so into the Joker role that he was like taking pills to go to sleep, and I guess he took too many pills one night because he couldn't sleep and then OD'd or whatever. But I guess he had like a history of drugs before then, so everyone was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. All this. It was sad, but yeah, it sucks, man. Like
Unbelievable actor.
Yeah, he was such a good actor, like A Knight's Tale. Like, you ever seen that movie 10 Things I Hate About You? Like, he was really good in that. It was like one of his first movies. But like, dude, he's just like he was such a good actor.
Yeah,
man.
you know,
R.I.P. Heath Ledger, you legend.
You know, my favorite movie he's ever been in was Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, you'd watch that one. You fucking. I never watched that movie.
Oh, dude, I have it on my DVR. I watch it all the time.
I'm sure you do, bud.
That's what Snipsy does on Friday nights, just rinses Bud Light.
Yeah, that's why we don't
he's
record.
He's whacking Bush to it later.
That's why we don't record on Fridays. I told you, boys. I got
Broke back Fridays for Vinny.
Yeah, I got something I gotta do.
Got to see about a girl or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I say to you guys.
Yeah, we always knew it, Snipsky. All right. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mass Music Radio. They continue to produce music for the masses. And if you haven't already, be sure to go check them out and their other featured podcasts over at www.massmusicradio.com. That's www.massmusicradio.com. Good episode, boys. I think that just about wraps it up for us. Thanks, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace. Thank you.